Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and today I'm back with a special review. From the Takara Movie Advance line, we are taking a look at Darkside Soundwave. Now, as you may or may not know, in Japan, Dark of the Moon was referred to as Dark Side the Moon. I think the of was implied, but I think they kind of had to leave it out because you would have Pink Floyd fans like me drawing connections, whatever. But this is the deluxe class Soundwave figure. Well, the mold is. As you also might know, this mold was supposed to be released in America in like wave 3 or 4 of the Dark of the Moon line. Unfortunately, it never saw a stateside release because interest in the toys dropped significantly that the later waves were canceled. There was supposed to be a movie trilogy line afterwards that was supposed to feature this recolor done as Sound Blaster. But again, the only figure from that movie trilogy line was the Deluxe Optimus Prime with the trailer. Thankfully, Takara is bringing it to us. I'm not sure if the original coloring of this mold ever saw release in Japan. I know it saw release in some Asian markets, which is how I got it. But it is still a Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG mode, which basically means high-end sports car that an average Shabil would never be able to afford. Rolls very nicely. As you can see, it has this great black paint with some seafoam green detailing here on the top going into the roof with the Decepticon logo, orangey red tinted windows, uh, matching paint here for the lights, the front grille with the Mercedes logo. Yeah, and this rolls very nicely. One thing I had forgotten about this figure is what a pain in the half it is to transform. Um, if you remember when I did my review of the Deluxe Soundwave, that figure was a real pain. So, if you want to see the transformation, go ahead and check out that older review. It's still up on my channel, and it'll be a little jarring to see the difference in quality. But yeah, so we'll just pause here, and when we come back, Darkside Soundwave will be in robot mode. Yeah, basically from the hips down, the transformation isn't that bad, and it's quite interesting if you remember. From the waist up, it's a horrible, wretched pain that shooting staples into your kneecap would probably be more enjoyable. And the biggest issue is probably right here, getting those wheel covers back behind the head over the shoulder. But it is a very nice robot mode. As you can see, there's a lot more silver now in the arms and in the hips. The face has this great look to it. There is that orangey red light plastic used for light piping. I took a great shot on Instagram if you want to check that out. This is actually a fake chest piece, but it does still have the Mercedes logo. And yeah, articulation is the same. The head is just on a swivel. There is ball joints here in the shoulders, ball joints and swivels here in the arms. There is some wrist articulation, that's more for transformation. Ball jointed hips, single jointed knees, and I think there is a rotation there above the knee. Other than that, you do also have the original Soundwave gimmick, where these little arm pads can pop out. You can do it on both sides, just like that. I guess that's a little for like sound blasting or whatever. One thing I was disappointed about is that it did not come with the original figure's mech tech weapon, which was actually pretty cool. It was a cannon that when you engage the mech tech, turns into a satellite dish. So yeah, you get some of that going on. But other than that, it's there's really not much more to it. It's a straight repaint. You can available on Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source. things of that nature. One thing I did actually really find fun, and I forgot to mention in car mode, is right here, they even included and didn't mold it out the MechTech ports. So I guess if you have a MechTech weapon, you can throw that in. But yeah, uh, I guess if you can find this at a reasonable price, which is retail or lower, uh, I can recommend this Darkside Soundwave to add into your collection if you really want to have a movie sound blaster. The mold isn't that great. The car mode is fantastic, but as I mentioned, the transformation can become a bit of a pain. So, and it's not that good kind of pain, so I don't know if I can recommend it on that. The original version of Soundwave is going for close to $100 on Amazon and secondary markets. So if you're looking for the mold, this is really your best cost-effective bet. So it's your old pal Chuck for Darkside Soundwave. We'll see you next time.